What up? It's Tuesday, and that means one thing: Taco
Ball Tuesday. Yo, yo, yo. We are joined by a special guest, one half of the co-founders of the greatest nickname in all of sports, the Duchess of Milwaukee, Chris Middleton, my boy, Josh Gonzalez. Welcome aboard, brother.
Thank you for having me, fellas. It's good to be here in Taco Ball world with you guys.
My man, we got on the menu tonight a heavy dose of Taco Bell talk as we are wrapping up NBA Summer League. The final day actually is today, Tuesday. And then there won't be any basketball until the end of September and into October when we get into some training camps. So heavy on the Taco Bell. Brace yourselves. It could be explosive.
Buckle up for the ride of your life. We're about to ring that bell.
As we always do with our guests here on the Taco Ball Tuesday podcast, Josh, we need you to explain your NBA fandom and allegiance, and then hit us with your favorite Taco Bell menu item. Any order. The floor is yours, brother.
For sure. All right. So to make my allegiance known here, I'm gonna go ahead and switch my background and show you where I stand. That is the block. 2016 championship, baby. Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron
The best
James,
ever, baby.
the greatest, the GOAT. Michael who? Kobe who?
Oh.
LeBron James. So
Andre Sugar who?
Andre Sugar. That's where I stand. LeBron. You know, I've got a lot to say about those championship runs and about the Warriors, but I'll hold that for a fitting conversation. So moving on, and I will say I'm a Cavs fan, and like Justin, I'm a LeBron fan too. So Cavs first and foremost, but you know they're not much to cheer for. So I'm rooting LeBron. Rooting LeBron on as.
Bro, they just drafted the next Anthony Davis, Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Evan Mobley. Get used to saying it.
Evan Mobley, baby.
Don't let JC deceive you with his delusional thoughts here.
Hey, I'm buying into the Evan Mobley hype. I'm just not sure I'm buying into the Cavs system around him. So
you mean the Dan Gilbert system or the players and coaches?
From the top down. I don't know that Evan Mobley being there is going to suddenly, help Colin Sexton and Darius Garland grow about 5 to 6 inches each. So
it might space the floor so they can get up like 35 shots a game instead of 28 shots a game.
Exactly. So that's where I stand in terms of my allegiance. Favorite Taco Bell item. I know this is probably going to come across as a surprise to a lot of people. I might be the only person with this as a favorite item, but I got to go with the spicy, crispy potato soft taco.
Oh.
And I know it's a surprise.
A surprise? Is it even on the menu?
It's on the menu, baby. It's on the menu.
How much research did you do to find that item? I know you ain't never eaten one before.
I've been eating. I get 2 of those bad boys, and I used to get a beefy Frito burrito with it, but they took it off the menu. So now it's pretty much like a random choice for my third, because I get 2 of those, and I just randomly choose something else every time I go, and just try something different. But I used to get those 2 and a beefy Fritos burrito. And that would lock it down, and I'd call that a day. So
I don't know why, but I thought for sure you were gonna say you were going with the Mexican pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why, but I'm like, I pick you you're like, oh, I know it's gonna surprise people, and I'm like, there's no way this dude is about to say Mexican pizza, because like nobody picks the Mexican pizza.
I thought we were gonna go all the way back to the early '90s. You're gonna pick some real old obscure menu item, but I
like
dig
the
it,
volcano
dig
taco
Mm.
or the black taco. You remember when they had the black taco?
Oh,
I remember that.
It was activated charcoal.
Yeah, it helped alleviate the smell after you ate it.
Mm. Yeah,
So-
but the smell is a whole, it's a special part of the entire ceremony. It's like the closing ceremony of the Olympics. Like you need that aroma to saturate the home to know that it went down the right way.
It's 95% of the reason I go there, much like the same reason I eat asparagus.
Mm.
Well, and part of that closing ceremony too is the medals in the form of the 35 sauce packets that they give you, a little souvenir, a spoil.
If they don't fill up the bag, they're not doing their job. All right. Because the best thing about all those sauce packets is that in college, when I was living off of the Easy Mac that just was like the single serve bowl, you throw one of those in the microwave, one whole sauce packet, stir it up with your mac and cheese. Phenomenal.
You're a resourceful man.
We keep the Diablo sauce packets and we throw them in our we didn't do this tonight, but we usually do it every other week. We'll throw it in our taco salad or our tacos that we make every Tuesday. It is so nice. So JC, what's on the menu tonight? What we got?
All right. Well, now that we got that out of the way, we're going to do our brief stint with the NBA Summer League action. I know there was another big trade that went down between the Clippers and the Memphis Grizzlies, your Memphis Grizzlies, Josh Gonzalez. I know you said you were a Cavs fan and a LeBron fan, but left out the fact that you did some time down in Memphis where you became an avid fan of the Grindhouse. And a friend of ours, a personal friend of ours, T Money, got you hooked on the Memphis Grizzlies. But what do you got to say about this deal? Do you think this benefits the Grizzlies, the Clippers? So the Clippers sent Pat Bev, Rajon Rondo, some scrub, some things to be named later to get Eric Bledsoe from the Grizzlies. Do we have any improvement on either side here?
Yeah, first I gotta take a step back and say I think you chose the words very carefully when you said I did some time in Memphis. I wasn't in prison or in jail, but it still felt like it. So somebody get the time marker for that statement and make sure we send that over to our buddy Mario Ciccone.
Well, I mean, would you have preferred to have been banging out license plates, or I feel like
I would have taken the license plates. Anyways, I'm trying to figure out.
I don't think they use vermiculite in license plates.
I'm still digging vermiculite out of my belly button. And that's no joke. I'm exaggerating a bit because I think the wound closed last year, and so from 2013 until last year, I had an open wound in my belly button, and that is the truth. That is the absolute truth. I have a picture from last year to timestamp that. So
since Josh, you started us down this rabbit trail, we got to keep exploring here. What please do inform me, what work were you doing when this injury occurred?
So coming up upon graduation from
wait, hold on. First, has the statute of limitations wore off? So like if there was a cave in and somebody didn't survive, like are you still liable?
Well, let's just put it this way. I'm not going to name the address we worked at. So
we'll clear the air on that. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So I went down to Memphis to do some work while I was looking for a job, and so we had a buddy down there who was doing some construction work and needed some laborers. So I went down to Memphis, packed up my Volvo with everything I own, went down there.
Which Volvo was this? The first, second, third, 12 that broke down?
This was the first of 5.
The
This is
original.
five. I'm driving number 5 today, but this was the first original one. 2, 3, and 4 were all busts. 1 and 5 have
5
been.
Volvos in 8 years, bro.
It
It's,
sounds like the
You got
standard
to,
of
at some point,
reliability.
you got to say the reliability isn't there.
well,
Reliably bad for you.
we don't have to go
Sorry,
down that
Volvo. We
path.
still would love you if you sponsored us in the future. Volvo sponsorships, we're willing to promote you. Carry on.
So anyways, we built an in-ground pool. I mean, this thing had to be like, at this point, it was massive. I don't really remember the measurements, but it was our friend's first in-ground pool that he built, and it was the last. Nobody knows if it's still there, if it's still intact, or
Google
if,
Maps might know.
well, actually, Google Maps, I don't know if it's still up there, but if you change the date on the Google Maps, if you go in front of that address from like the 2013, you'll see me carrying like 2 5-gallon buckets in the driveway of like sand, walking back to the backyard to mix some to mix some concrete or something.
So there's evidence. All right.
There is evidence, and my white Volvo is there as well, looking beautiful as ever. R.I.P. Victory. So yeah, we built an in-ground pool, and I was covered in cement pretty much every single day, and it got into my, it got into my socks and ripped holes into my ankles. I still have scars there. It got into my belly button, and like I said, I had an open wound for about, what was that, 8 years or something like that, and it finally closed up. I just laid down for a few days and just held my belly button open to get some air in there, and it finally closed up the wound.
I'm picturing the like at the dentist office where they put the
exactly. I had to, like a dog with a cone on his neck. I had to not move. So the wound could finally heal. So yeah, that was my time in Memphis. We did some other work down there, all of which was pretty legit. But the in-ground pool, I'm not going to say much more about that, just in case.
So all this to say, you think Memphis got the better of the deal?
I don't know. I'm trying to understand who won in that deal and what they were trying to accomplish. I guess with Memphis, they probably got the better of the deal. I just don't know what the Clippers were doing, and Eric Bledsoe. At some point he was dropping 20 something a game, but what did he do last year? Like 12, 13, and like,
I don't know. Do they think he's going to show up and be Drew Holiday, or
is it an attempt to appease Kawhi and to is he friends with Bledsoe or something?
Like, I don't Kawhi signed his extension, so signed his new contract with them, so he's there for another 4 years. So he re-signed. And yeah, Paul George,
was that a request from him? You remember when LeBron was with the Cavs and he was the GM of the Cavs, and like he was the one calling all the trades. Is that what happened over there? Did he not like Pat Bev, or
I don't know who would like Pat Bev, but
I'm not the biggest fan of him anyways. But
yeah.
All I know is it's not Kawhi calling the shots. It's his uncle. We all know his uncle's the magic man behind the scenes.
Oh, so. coming from a disenfranchised Spurs fan over here, just bitter Uncle Kawhi.
Yeah, yeah, that's a wound unlike your belly button that hasn't healed, Josh. So story for another day.
So all I know is, Ogden, imagine having to go to Memphis and you got to play the 2 guards defending you are Pat Bev and your main man, Mr. Discount Danny Green, Dylan Brooks,
DB.
Discount Danny.
Oh yeah.
Triple DG, baby.
I mean, they're gonna be that Grizz squad is gonna be like complete scrappiness. They're not gonna go far, but they're sure as hell gonna be a scrappy team.
Dude, they're bringing the Grindhouse back. They need to resurrect Zach Randolph and Tony Allen, and Maybe the Lakers could unload Marc Gasol and his contract back to
Send it
Memphis
back.
for a little reunion, a little retirement ceremony.
Well, Mike Conley.
I
Yeah,
don't think he
that's-
just signed a big extension in Utah. I don't think he's going back anytime soon.
So that's definitely one of those trades where I'm wondering if either team got better. Like, it's just astounding to me. It's just kind of I don't see how either team's really benefiting.
From what I've read, Memphis will be able to open up cap space going into next season, which would make me think that the Clippers won't be able to open up cap space going into next season by Bledsoe being on an expiring contract. So I'm not really sure what it helps the Clippers, other than maybe they thought Pat Bev was not somebody they wanted in their locker room. So that's really all I got for you there.
What else is going on in the summer league?
Anybody got anything to say on LiAngelo Ball? Because he's getting a lot of hype out there in Vegas and apparently packing stadiums to go see him play. But he has been out of UCLA since 2017 and has had plenty of chances. And now all of a sudden people think he's going to be successful. I mean, maybe he makes a bench, but I just don't see him being, I mean, he's had time in the NBA to play, to do stuff, and he just isn't capable. I don't know why there's all the big hype. Has anybody got an answer for me?
I never understand summer league hype, right? Like, I don't. Is it because people are so bored and missing basketball that they have to hype up summer ball? You know,
Well,
like,
if all we have to watch is the Major League Baseball, then yes.
Then that
1,000
must be it.
times,
But
yes.
isn't mini camps and training going on for NFL? Like it's interesting
Fantasy
to
football.
see football. You know, it's interesting to see who might like get a spot on your specific team. You know, for the Cavs, it's interesting to pay attention because you want to see who's going to win a spot. You know,
Mufiondu.
who's going to put in a great effort for a 25-win team. You know, like you want to know who's gonna help them get that next number one pick.
Eric Snow.
Right. But when it comes to LiAngelo Ball,
Zerbiak.
the guy, obviously in the Ball family, you know, your success is based on how good your nickname is, right? Melo came into the league and he's balling out. Zoe, that's a decent nickname. He's okay. He's
not. I don't even know if anybody ever even used that nickname. They just called him Lonzo. Nobody called him Zoe.
Well, there you go. He doesn't even
I
have
prefer
a nickname.
Zebo.
Lonzo's better than Jello. You know, what kind of nickname is Jello? You think if I did tell you had to go up against Jello tomorrow, you're gonna be intimidated?
Lamangelo, maybe, but not Jello.
Jello.
Michelangelo.
Yeah. I'm terrified. Jello.
Lamangelo.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, so
Leon.
Josh, you hit my my first. I had two reasons why his stock is so high right now. First one being summer league desperation. I mean, people, for as much as people complained about the NBA product, people want more. They're desperate for more to shoot their system up with more NBA drama. But number two, his stock is so high right now because of how well the other brothers have played. And the fact that he's coming into the league right now, and people like, think about how much the narrative has shifted from 6 years ago when Lamar Ball famously pronounced to the world, like, all my sons will play in the NBA. Remember how much he got clowned when that happened? And people like, this guy is full of it. Look where we are. Look where we are. So he's I definitely think Jello, in my mind, his talent is the most suspect out of all three. But hey, the other two are looking fantastic. I mean, here in Charlotte, people are going nuts over like his jerseys are selling so well right now.
No,
They're
this
summer
guy,
league jerseys.
you make it act like he's like the youngest of the Ball brothers, and like now he's gonna get his chance. He's the middle child. He's been around. He had his chances. He's a bum. Get him
Ship
out
him
of
to
here.
Europe.
Yeah.
It's Latvia for you, Leangelo.
Send him back to China and have him do his time for stealing over there.
I forgot about that.
Oh man,
I'm sure they're looking, you know.
I think he wasn't stealing in North Korea.
All right, so Summer League, not much there. I do have a question for you guys. In my opinion, maybe this isn't totally accurate, but I would say that the NBA is clearly second in America to football. So
College or pro?
The NFL, certainly the NFL, maybe college football as well. But in terms of professional sports, well, I guess the NCAA is a professional sport now, but that's another topic. The NFL does the most money, the most ratings. They are not looking to expand, or I haven't heard any talks of them adding any teams to the NFL, probably because the owners don't want to have to share any more profits with anybody else, even though they make the most. But I feel like baseball needs to contract. They've expanded beyond their means and nobody watches them. They're irrelevant. The NHL, less people watch, but they're adding teams. They added in Vegas. They're going to add in Seattle. The Summer League in Vegas seems like a hot ticket. How long before we have an NBA team in Vegas? How long before a team goes back to Seattle?
Yep.
Like, isn't it I think the NBA has quite a bit of popularity. You guys see them expanding anytime soon?
I mean, the Seattle piece for sure. I feel like Seattle fans deserve a franchise. There should be an NBA team in Seattle. I could see one in Vegas. I think like a lot of areas are probably struggling to get back some funding just with the pandemic. And so I don't know how many areas are going to be aggressively trying to expand, but I'm all for it. As a fan, I want it. Bring it on. Let's have an NBA team in Pittsburgh, baby.
I would love it. I would love it if they brought a team back. Well, I don't think the NBA had a team. I think it was the ABA, and they were the Condors. I would love to have NBA in the city of Pittsburgh because baseball here has been dead since the 70s. Football is
Steelers, yeah. They've been
perhaps heading in that direction in terms of, I feel like in this town, sports interest has, I don't know. I feel like the Steelers have just like turned off a large portion of their fan base. So
let me ask this.
Yeah.
Is there another set of brothers in the NBA right now that has a middle brother that needs to crack in? Because another team expansion would give them that opportunity.
I think
what about the Holiday brothers?
They've got to have another brother, right? Like,
well, they do. They got a fourth one, who I think either got drafted or signed. I don't know. But the Holidays, they got a ton of brothers: Drew, Aaron, Justin, Billy, all sorts of Holidays in the NBA could be playing.
And the Lopez, let's not forget the Lopez twins have a set.
There's got to be another.
Actually, let's please forget the Lopez twins. Let's please forget that.
Griffin, is there another Griffin?
Let's not forget Blake Griffin's older brother.
Blake and fake Griffin.
Yeah, where's Cliff Paul at?
The Zeller brothers, are they something anymore?
Yeah, they're still in the league. Charlotte's been hammered by Cody.
Between Charlotte and Cleveland, the Zeller brothers have stolen enough money. They need to go away.
I'm saying if there's anyone rooting for expansion, it's got to be middle brothers right now, who have not cracked in the NBA yet. They're pushing real hard. I heard they're down in Nashville lobbying the city to put some money up for an arena. So
An arena for what?
basketball, I don't know.
They got a hockey arena. They could just share that one. I thought they wanted an MLB team.
Yeah,
X
well,
of
that didn't work
X of
out.
the
since
Cleveland parish.
Cleveland signed the lease, so they're not getting the Guardians anytime soon. So
Oh, shucks. I was hoping they would.
yeah. Anyway.
All right. So last note on NBA, and then we got some big Taco Bell news. My last note is, did you all see my boy LeBron working out with Russell Westbrook wearing the Saquon Barkley gear? King recognized King, bro. Saquon.
Yes, sir.
Well, we all went to Penn State, so we're Saquon Barkley fans, except for Josh, who left Penn State, turncoated, and joined the Buckeye Nation, which was
defected.
very sad. Much
Oh,
like,
but was he ever a Penn State fan to begin with?
Much like the breakfast defector over there on Mr. Ogden's shirt, a true Benedict Arnold. All right, big Taco Bell news. It has been mulling around the media. My main man, Mr. Justin Ogden, has an article here where he's got a few excerpts about the brand new 2-story 4 drive-through lane Taco Bells coming to cities near you.
Can you see this delicious picture right here?
Look at that. What a thing of beauty, an architectural masterpiece.
This is putting Drive Up Banks to shame. I mean, this is changing the whole game right here.
That's a Frank Lloyd Wright, right?
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, there's some cantilevers. I bet there's running water under there.
There definitely is. So a couple tidbits here for just how cutting edge this will be. I am stoked. I can't wait for it. I wish that this was coming out all over the country instead of just in Minnesota right now. So 3,000 square feet we're looking at. Taco Bell
going on vacation.
We've got a frictionless experience with 4 drive-through lanes at a time, putting Chick-fil-A to shame.
Wait a second. Frictionless experience. I thought Taco Bell was always a frictionless experience.
And it can be going in.
Easy come, easy go.
That's right. So what else here? Oh, they drive under the kitchen and they receive their food via a Bellevator. But wait, there's more. 2-way, not just audio screens. We're going video screens so that customers can interact with employees inside the restaurant.
Now, wait a second. Do we think this is such a good idea? I thought the whole point of drive-through was to avoid having to interact with the people working inside of the restaurant.
Let me cut you off there and say it's a great idea, because when that person working in the restaurant, when I go through drive-through, asks me if I want sauce, I want them to see my head turn sideways when I look at them crazy. Are you really asking me if I want sauce?
I know, but
load that bag.
Yes, but haven't the people inside always been able to see the people outside?
Now I want to see them react to me reacting to them.
I respect it.
I have so many more questions about this exterior design. Like, is a whole section of this going to be see-through glass so I can, will there be windows as I'm driving under so I can look into the kitchen? So is this a flop, or is this thing going to take off? Are we looking at the future of the industry as we know it?
I definitely think we're looking at the future, but that's definitely a good question there, Ogden. Will the video screen be showing the person taking my order, or will it be showing me the person making my order? Because I don't know if I want to see them making my order, let alone, I don't know if I want to see them taking my order or making it. I think we're on two sides of the fence on this one.
Well,
but that is a thing of beauty.
They don't have to show you what is actually happening. They could lead you to believe it's currently being recorded and just show you some like the most perfect Taco Bell assembling that ever has happened. And
some stock footage.
It's stock footage. Why not?
Yeah.
You
Make me feel good before I go in for the kill.
And you know what? They should be pumping down smells onto your car, as you're waiting, so that you
I
just
want to know, how's the drink gonna work? Like, will it be like a giant fountain? So when I drive under, I can hold up my own personal jug and they can just hit the button and it just right down through the moonroof.
just pop
I'll
the
stick it
trunk,
out the window.
fill the trunk, line
Man.
that bad boy with some plastic and fill that
Yes,
bad boy up.
pickup truck.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't wait to understand more about this Belevator and just I'm stoked. I can't wait.
I think
I
they
don't
might be missing an opportunity here to send you though a bean burrito, like post office or bank slot style, where it's like right in the tube. I mean, to just the thought of like a nice, hefty, cheesy bean and rice burrito coming right through there, dude. The magnitude and force of the explosion. Oh, I'm digging it.
I can't wait. So we started looking ahead to the future of fast dining and fine dining via Taco Bell. I think it's time to look in the past and reminisce about some of our beloved Taco Bell experiences. What are we going to talk about, Justin?
I'd like to take a little trip down memory lane. Give us a brief synopsis of your perhaps earliest Taco Bell memory or your fondest Taco Bell memory. I'll kick us off. I remember mine quite well. It was for my 8th birthday, which happened to take place on a Tuesday, if I am not mistaken. I was in the transition of, I was about to be leaving Columbus and my family was moving to the Youngstown area. So this is going to be my last summer in Columbus. My dad took me out for my birthday to go to my favorite place, Taco Bell. So obviously I have memories going before if it was my favorite place by the time I was 8. But we're eating Taco Bell. He's like, oh yeah, well, this was always my order as a kid. 3 soft taco supremes, Cinna twists. That was the order as a little child. That's what I liked. That was my go-to. So I'm eating my Cinna twist, wrapping up my little dessert. He's like, oh, well, you wanna go home and open presents, or you want to go do some putt-putt? I'm like, I want to go home and open some presents. Come on, Dad. He's like, what if we just stopped and played one game? I'm like, Dad, I want to go open some presents. He's like, well, I get that, but let's just see. We'll stop and play maybe one game. It'll be all right, and then we'll hurry home. So I get to the putt-putt place. All my friends from school are there. It was like a surprise party. We all played putt-putting around. Went back, had my birthday, and that was like my last time that I was in Columbus. Got to see all my friends, but that's my fondest Taco Bell memory. Happy birthday, 8 years old with my dad, then hanging out with all my friends afterwards. So that's what I got for.
Man, good move, Jimbo Slice. That's a solid move by the Pops.
Yeah, man.
I'm sure your mom was involved in that as well. So
well, she was there. She was there watching all my friends,
so
waiting for us to get there.
Good move on both of them, man. That's a solid memory.
Yeah. JC was in no rush to leave that Taco Bell. He's like, no, can we stay here, Dad? Let's just stay here. And his dad's like trying to rip him off, like, we got a surprise party. Come on.
What about another round of Cinna Twist? Can I get a refill, please?
I was convinced that the story was going to go in the direction that you get home, you open up like you open up one of your presents and it's just more Taco Bell, and it was like your best birthday ever.
They didn't have gift cards back then, so I opened up the wrapping and it was like hot sauce packets.
Oh man, that's a good one. So for me, this is kind of a recurring, just really positive, really fond memory tied to time with the family. So our family, we really didn't eat out that much growing up. We at the time, so let's see, I think I was probably 7, 8 years old, probably around the same age, Justin. And grew up in State College, Pennsylvania, and periodically, like maybe once a month after church, we would load into our Buick station wagon. We'd fight over who would get the back seat of the wagon. I'm talking like back seat, basically in the trunk, where you could flip it up
sideways,
and you had 2 seats facing oncoming traffic. And like, with only the seatbelt that goes over your waist, nothing else. We'd fight over that. That was like coolest thing. So, I'd managed to find a way to be back there with brother or sister. I don't think my youngest brother was born yet at the time. And we convinced our parents to go to Taco Bell. And I remember Taco Bell, our choice was soft taco or hard taco, because we were getting that 10 taco pack and we divvy it up among the family. So I was
meal, baby.
I was always going. Yeah, we got the boxes. I want to say, I feel like there were more than 10 at the time. Like, I want to say there were like 12, at least 12.
You can get 12 and you could mix and match your hard and soft. And at a certain point, I think you could throw in burrito supremes.
So I don't think burritos were part of it, because I distinctively remember it must have been an upcharge, which my dad would never permit. So it was always like soft or hard tacos was the choice.
Good call.
And I would always go soft tacos. We would sometimes we'd eat them, but sometimes we'd just be munching on them, headed back home. This was like a 30-minute drive home from church. So that's my fond memory. And soft tacos still have a special place in my heart.
My man.
That's good, man. That's good. Ain't nothing like sharing a meal with the family, you know.
Yeah.
I gotta change my background here again.
Oh.
Because as we discussed earlier, that thing of beauty there, the crispy, spicy potato soft taco, that's my go-to. I love that bad boy. And so in college, my experience was probably, I don't know, maybe 12, 13 years after yours, both of yours. You know, my experience was in college. I didn't get hip to Taco Bell until hanging with JC. He talked it up so much at Penn State. You know, I started eating there. My go-to was was before Taco Bell was Jimmy John's with the card, you know, the crew card or whatever. That's a different story. But so JC got me hip to it. I transferred to Ohio State, and right up the road from me, 2-3 minute drive in the car, 10-minute walk was a Taco Bell on the main road. So I frequented that bad boy, but I didn't realize how much I frequented it until I went in to place my order. And the girl behind the counter was like, "Yeah, I know it's going to be 2 spicy potato soft tacos and a beefy Frito burrito." And I was like, "Yeah, I come here too much." But
not enough.
But then that also made me feel like I was a part of something bigger than myself.
That's right.
You know, so that's a really fond memory of mine that I have. Yeah.
Nice.
Love to hear it.
Oh, I almost shed a tear there.
I think I shed several throughout this evening monologue here.
That's yeah. You know, one of my takeaways from that quick segment there, Justin, is I'm definitely gonna do the daddy-daughter date to Taco Bell. That for sure. That's gonna become. So our oldest daughter, Esther, she'll start kindergarten tomorrow, which is wild to think about. And so we're just thinking about, you know, new rhythms, new pace of life, and what are some of those kind of special things we want to do. And I'm going to add that to the repertoire. We're going to have some daddy-daughter dates at Taco Bell.
Oh, man. Josh, I know you'll be starting that soon. Little Taco Bell with the little one.
Yeah. Just gotta make sure, Rachel doesn't know.
I'll keep it on a down low. She doesn't watch this. You don't have to worry.
Nah, yeah, we'll be all right. Wow.
Well, Josh, I want to thank you for joining us here on a Taco Ball Tuesday podcast. Yes. We will have another episode coming for y'all next week. Josh, we will be excited to have you back here in the future to share more Taco Bell memories and some hilarious tales about the NBA.
And
don't have-
how bad the Cavs will be this year.
Bro, Evan Mobley
The
about to
Mobley
change that
experiment.
town and then get traded or leave for nothing right out from under our feet. In any case, NBA training camp, September 28th. That's off in the future. Regular season, not till October 19th. So we got ourselves a couple months of really no basketball. Maybe some trades will yet to be made. Oh, we can't sign off without mentioning the sad fate of our boy Dennis Schroeder. Turned down an $84 million extension offer from the Lakers at the start of last season because he thought he was going to get 100 mil, and he ended up getting 100 million pesos in the terms of 5.4 million from the Boston Celtics. So Godspeed, farewell. Have a great time up in Beantown. I'm sure you'll be great succeeding Kemba Walker, Kyrie Irving, a great list of phenomenal point guards that really helped Boston transcend. So with that, we will bid you farewell. Follow us at Taco Ball Tuesday on Instagram, on Twitter, for comments, reactions, anything that's going on. Enjoy the downtime, enjoy the bell, and as always, yo quiero taco ball, baby.
Yo quiero taco
Yo
ball.
quiero
Good to have you,
taco
Josh.
ball. Thanks for having me, fellas.